Good afternoon and welcome to Inside Politics. My name is Mbah. Good to see you. Ahead of the 2027 general election, political alignment and realignment have continued in Nigeria. On Tuesday, the Enugu State Governor, Peter Mbah, defected from the main opposition, the People's Democratic Party, to the ruling All Progressive Congress. Governor Mbah, who is in his first term, said the decision to join the APC was aimed at advancing the state interests through a stronger partnership with the ruling party at the center. It come about a week after President Tinubu nominated George Ojo Amuputon as the new chairman for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, subject to confirmation by the National Assembly. The National Assembly has also intensified move to amend the 2022 Electoral Act as preparation for the 2027 general election beginning in earnest. Joining me today on Inside Politics to discuss Mbah's defection, Amuputon's nomination, among other issues, is citizen Matthew Kofi Okono, all the way from Akwa Ibom State. He is the founder and president, Open Forum. I'm also joined by Ambassador Kingsley Ewelim Nwaize. He's the DG, Chief Executive Officer, Center for Leadership and Creative Entrepreneurs in Africa. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. Hello.
That's
Hello, Kingsley. Hello, Mr. Kingsley. Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you very clearly, please.
All right.
I can hear you very clearly.
Difficult to hear you. I guess it's network. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, please.
Okay, I'm ambassador.
I can
ambassador.
hear you.
Okay. How did you receive the news of Mbah's defection? No, in the last few months there have been rumor if he was going to defect or not. But finally yesterday, I spoke to the media, moving from the PDP to the APC. How did you receive the news?
For me, I'm not surprised. It's a regular signature with the kind of democracy here, where people just see political party as just mere platform, but not ideologically driven. Is normal. Most often this is orchestrated by selfish interest. Most often they see political party platform as vehicle to just fake offices. And I believe what Peter Mbah have done in the Enugu State is not different from what other people have done in the past, where they decamp with so much luxury, with so much convenience at will from the existing political party to other political party platform, especially when it comes to the election time. Are you with me? Especially when it comes to the election time, as every post, if you look at the numbers of persons, even like number of persons, just like Peter Mbah, that are decamping, they are decamping because of their second term ambition. Maybe that the government at the center can help them to return for second term. Are you getting it now? So
continue. Hello, Ambassador.
Peter Mbah, I'm not surprised that he defected.
All right. Let me speak with Okono. I believe he's on now. We can. Hello. Can you hear me, Mr.
Yes.
Okono?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Mbah defected yesterday to the APC. Were you surprised by his decision to leave the PDP? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Kofi. All right. Let me say, with the defection of Mbah yesterday now, after the 5 states in the southeast, the APC control 3. Why we know Anambra is under APGA, and also we have in Abia State we have Labour Party still there. The governor is from they were elected on the platform of the Labour Party. So the set is set now. The question now is with the 2026 preparation for 2027 general election very close. Would this lead to the victory of does it give a plus? Is this a plus to the APC, making them win the Southeast in 2027?
Yeah,
With this APC victory in 2027 in the Southeast?
There are a lot of dynamics. There are lots of dynamics to winning election in this country. And one of such dynamics is this insinuation that if majority of the existing governors are with the ruling party, it gives them an edge to win election.
Yeah,
but I want to remind us that when Jonathan was voted out, we had good numbers of PDP governors. We had good number of PDP governors, and Jonathan was voted out. The fact that these governors are decamping to APC, it can't be a guarantee that APC is likely going to win 2027 election, but it's also a prelude to a likely victory. APC should not go home rejoicing, having more numbers of having governors from other political platforms like PDP joining them, using that as a basis to measure their possible victory in the next election. It's not true. There are quite a number of other factors that determines victory. That we have a very good numbers of governors with the APC can't be a final verdict for a possible victory. So they still have a whole lot of work to do. You understand me? Now, the people will still end up being the determinant factors of what the victory is going to look like. So
just like what we saw.
What would we expect the APC to do in consolidating for a possible victory is to ensure that the government itself is really working for the people. The people will determine who is going to be possible president in 2027 or most likely 2026 November, as the National Assembly is
proposing. Yes.
What I say, the APC should not go to bed thinking that getting more of these governors who, one way or the other, have not been satisfying the yearnings of their people.
All right.
You understand me?
Yes, what you are saying. Yes, what you are saying is that if you don't perform well, why you are in office, if the federal government is not performing, I mean the Tinubu administration, if they are not implementing their policies and Nigerians are feeling their impact, or if the governor who are defecting now to the APC are not doing well, that does not mean that the APC is going to win the people is the one to decide.
The people will decide. The Nigerians are wiser now. So it's not enough to coerce governors on other political platforms to join your party. And you think that will give you victory, my dear brother? That'll be complete foolhardy.
All right,
I must tell you that.
Let me hear from Mr. Kofi. I believe network seem to have issues with connecting with him. Are you on now? Hello, Mr. Kofi. Can you hear us? Can you hear me, sir? All right, we seem having issues connecting with Kofi all the way from Akwa Ibom State. All right. Where does that leave the state of opposition now? Will you say the opposition is in this array when all the governors are defecting from the PDP to the APC? Does this mean that there's a crisis within the opposition? We saw Atiku and Co came to form an alliance. They fused into the ADC, but a lot of people will still say that the opposition we are moving towards one party state. That there seem not to be synergy within the opposition. Do you agree? Hello, Ambassador Kingsley. Hello, are you there? Oh, all right. We take a short break. When we come back, we seem to be having issues connecting with Ambassador Kingsley. We take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue. All right, you're still watching Inside Politics on BusinessDay TV. I'm in your bunky work. When we're looking at this, we've been discussing governors, Mbah defection to the ruling party. You make that move yesterday. I've been speaking with political analysts on before we went on that break. Ambassador Kingsley Ewelum. Hello, Ambassador, are you there?
I'm very much here.
All right, you are saying about that the ruling party is coercing some governors, lawmakers, and senators to defect. How true is that? Do you really believe that? Can anybody be forced to join a party or a ruling party when you don't want to join? Do you believe that what some opposition are saying? Do you believe anybody is being forced?
No, no, listen, being coercive does not necessarily have to be forceful. It's the kind of political culture we've built over time. You understand me now? Where the government at the center will do all it can to surreptitiously lure people from other existing political party platforms. In this instance, PDP. We all know how strong PDP had been in the southern part of the country.
Yes.
And we all can see the effort of the ruling government to decimate the stronghold of the PDP in the south and the southeast, one after the other. You can see clearly that the agenda of the ruling government is to ensure that they have a very strong hold of the entire southern part of the country, and most likely also get a part of the north central. Then the rest of the other part of northeast and northwest get the statutory 25% legitimate vote to be declared as the president of the country. It's a strategy. And PDP also did it in their own time. If you can recall, during PDP's time, when they were at the center of the government, they also lured governors from AD, persons too from AD to PDP, to be able to consolidate their hold on power. And it's not something so new that the current APC federal government is doing. There's nothing new.
All right. All right. You can pause there. I'm told now we have Citizen Kofi all the way from Akwa Ibom State joining us on the program. Hello, Citizen Kofi. Can you hear me now? What is your take on the Mbah defection?
Yes. I can hear you. Well, my take is that Mbah is not the first to join the bandwagon. A very unfortunate and undemocratic bandwagon of defection that is not led by performance, but majorly by fear. And let me just use them fear.
All right, I'm hearing you.
So Mbah is not the first. And seeing a governor who even the Constitution, the drafters of the Constitution never thought that a sitting governor can defect with the people's mandate. And so there were no provisions how to checkmate governors, but legislators had a provision in the Constitution that if you defect, you lose your seat, except there is problem at the national level of the party, which in itself is not even sufficient to be a reason for defection. The governors exploited the lacuna in the Constitution to do what posterity will see us as having been not prepared for the practice of democracy. And like you already know, we are not doing democracy, we are doing civil rule. So Mbah is not leading the way, he's just following the pack. And it is something that will count against us in future, that we were not prepared for the kind of leadership we found ourselves.
So you are proposing the amendment to the Electoral Act to check defection. The Peter Obi also proposed that some I think last week when there was a webinar on the electoral reform that was organized by a group. He said the electoral has to be amended so that all this defection can be checked. If you can only defect during the electionary period, that is when you can defect. Towards the start of the end of the term, rather than anybody just move him anytime. So Mbah said Nigeria have to find a way to check this, or our democracy will be in danger. So the National Assembly is making move now to amend the Electoral Act. And part of this is also the fact that they want election to be conducted 6 months before swearing in, so that people can have the ample time to be able to resolve issues in courts before they are sworn into office. And they are proposing that the election should be held in November next year. Do you support that move? Kofi?
One thing at a time. Yeah, one thing at a time. The timeline for election is a good idea, that it should be streamlined such that election petitions must be addressed before anybody is sworn into office. So I am for that. But that is not even the starting point. The starting point is in ensuring that the votes of citizens can truly count. What took place in 2023, where electoral law was amended, Mahmoud Yakub and his team made improvements on how to make elections more transparent and much more reliable. The same Mahmoud Yakubu and his team went against the guidelines that they told the whole world, even at Chatham House, that electronic transmission of results will be real time and all this and that. And when there were allegations that they were not going to honor those guidelines, they came out and swore by everything they believed in and did a press statement to the effect that nothing would change from there. It was a very courageous man, very bold, very transparent person who said that his party and himself are not comfortable with transmission of results real time. And that person happens to be our current president. They spoke against it. And guess what? INEC reneged on their promise to the world. An immortal indictment, I don't know how that is going to be cleared. So the amendment to the Electoral Act cannot contain the issue that we want to bring in electronic transmission of results because it's already there. And it would be a shame that somebody will come and talk as if it never existed.
So it's already there. I think what people are saying now is that it should be compulsory that the electoral results should be transmitted. It should be started in the electoral act. It should be compulsory. It is not what is now is not compulsory.
Let it be documented. 2, the people that were responsible to tell the whole world that there was something called glitch, a technical glitch that frustrated the entire electoral process.
Yes.
But still allowed the election to be said to have been free and fair and credible enough. And somebody had the effrontery to tell aggrieved persons, parties, and citizens, go to court. We can't allow that slip. But meanwhile, we will not distract ourselves by such a level of failure. What should we do? It is to demand the National Assembly to look away from all this Natasha Akpabio feud
and face the reality.
So much precious time. Face the things that we need. Now is the National Assembly, who in themselves are the major beneficiaries of the camping from party A to party B without reason, and then celebrating it, and a sitting president
all right
told the world that we should keep them clean.
All right. I think there was a statement by if I want to go back to what we discussed some minutes, the PDP governors had PDP state chairman had a meeting some days ago, and where they suspended the Imo and Abia state governor. They said suspended for anti-party activities, and also they condemn what they call the attempt to pressure PDP governors, lawmakers, and other stakeholders into defecting to the APC by the ruling party. According to the statement, they said the ruling party conduct amount to an assault on democracy and a desperate move towards creating a one-party state. That's a communique. I just had to make that clear. But hello, Ambassador Kingsley. Let me come to you. Are you still there? Hello, Ambassador Kingsley.
I'm still here.
All right.
I'm still very much here.
Stakeholders have expressed concern that if this electoral amendment is going to see the light of the day. There's the issue of we saw what happened before the 2023 election, where the National Assembly did a holistic amendment to the Electoral Act, and the former president refused to sign some of those. I think it was 2019. Refused to sign some of those recommendations. Are you confident that the incumbent president Bola Tinubu would sign into law any amendment carried out by the National Assembly to the Electoral Act? Part of the request is that clamor for electoral offender, a body to prosecute election offenders should be set up, and should be set up by the electoral should be amended to include a body to prosecute election offenders. Do you agree to this, and also agree that the amendment will be signed by the president into law?
Well, the truth of the matter is that, like I said, whatever that is being done now is a further cosmetic dressing to already existing political culture. Like I mentioned earlier, and I want to emphasize that the president will only sign a law or a bill into law if it aligns with his own intention for the election, whether it's good or bad. That's the unfortunate kind of political culture we've built over time. Are you getting it now? For me, and also for us to have an electoral offense commission is long overdue. There have not been adequate consequences for people's action, especially those who have made effort in truncating the basic ideal of democracy in this country. People do things at will, and there are no consequences for their action. So if the president will be so bold to sign that into law, that will be a very big plus to the president, and also an affirmation that our democracy have really grown, to an extent that election on its own will be done with the intention for it to be as free and as fair as one would envisage. I'm getting it now. So what the president, what we're seeing, it's very possible if he knows and is convinced that whatever that will be done, we make it, because we know that whatever actions they are trying to do now, even the president and members of the APC, is to ensure the president's comeback, and every other person, and possibly the governors that will also be contesting on the platform APC, wins their re-election. But they should also remember that our democracy is beyond any one of them. It's a system that we've decided will live and stay with us. So also consider the future of democracy in this country.
Ambassador Kofi, let me come to you. What is the state of the opposition now? Looking at the state of opposition, the APC seems to be the main opposition. The PDP are also there. They're having a convention very soon, though they have been opposition within the party. How do you rate the state of the opposition? I sent 27 mention comment. Do you think they could, the AGC could challenge the PDP? Hello, Ambassador Kofi.
Yes. Okay.
Do we have
let me add my voice. Let me add my voice to what my colleague has just said. Whatever electoral reforms are carried out, if they are not in tandem with the desire of presidents, as Bola Tinubu, he won't. And such may not even see the light of day. But recall that it was the electoral amendment where the accreditation was made electronic that gave out PDP, and APC were very happy at such reforms. But when further reforms were even done under President Buhari, the sitting president rejected such reforms, talking about, like I said earlier, electoral transmission. So anything that will bring credibility to the electoral process, it will take the citizens to demand and insist that such be done before we may have such see the light of day. Because the current administration and the National Assembly, most of them are the beneficiaries of the kind of thing that we are seeing now. Looking at the PDP opposition party and the APC, people who are saying that, the one-party state is likely because of the APC. I have said, and I still maintain, the greatest opposition party in Nigeria is...
All right, thank you very much. I think we lost Ambassador Kofi the other way from Akwa Ibom State. Our time is up. Thanks for joining us on the program for today. My name is Junior Bongi Walk. Stay tuned to BD TV. You can go to your YouTube channel and watch our previous edition. Good afternoon.